The Mental Research Institute is Dr. Don D. Jackson, a psychiatrist widely recognized for his work in the field of schizophrenia, particularly for his many contributions to the so-called family theory.
The Don D. Jackson Archive was founded at the MRI by Dr. Wendel Ray in 1987. Since Dr. Ray joined the ULM Marriage and Family Therapy Master's and PhD program faculty in 1990, the archive has been a collaborative research project of the MRI and ULM MFT program. A large and growing collection of rare, historically significant materials, principally from the research of what has come to be known as the Palo Alto Group, are preserved in the Jackson Archive.
Hello, my name is Paige Jackson. I'm Don Jackson's daughter. My brother Scott and I are so grateful to Wendel Ray and his associates for all the work that they've done to further my father's legacy. Wendel has gone so far as to dig around in the basement of our old home in order to find papers and various work products that had never been collated. He's put this together and founded an archive that will leave a lasting legacy for my father, and one for which he would be very grateful. Thank you.
Wendel's been collecting treasures from the archives of Jackson, Watsovic, and my father, Gregory Bateson. Through their work, Wendel illustrates for his students the importance of context in looking at any system. In keeping with that focus, he brings the particular concepts that these icons in the field of marriage and family therapy have brought to our modern rhetoric into a larger frame. He continues to ask, what made these guys tick? How did they garner the courage to ask new questions? How does their work fit into the landscape of the field we know as family therapy today? As the field pushes forward into new perspectives on communication and interrelationships, I trust Wendel to allow the archives to speak to the next generation in new ways. As Antoine de Saint-Exupéry said, if you want to build a ship, don't drum up people to collect wood, and don't assign them tasks and work, but rather teach them to long for the endless immensity of the sea. When I was deciding where to house the therapy films from Gregory Bateson's archive, I chose Wendel to be their steward because his profound caring and ever-evolving passion is infectious.
What materials are housed in the archive? The archive contains thousands of hours of original audio recordings, video recordings, original paper documents, including unpublished research materials from numerous completed research projects, collections of published writings by key members of most noteworthy pioneering researchers who worked at MRI and created the field of marriage and family theory, therapy, and brief therapy. The archive contains numerous collections pertaining to the various research projects conducted by these researchers during the past 6 decades and include hundreds of rare photographs, first edition books, and original articles. Rare documents are constantly being preserved and duplicated in digital format and used as the basis for publishing research.
Having traveled from Florida, specifically to work with Dr. Ray in the Don Jackson Archive, I can honestly say that there has been no academic resource as profoundly important in my professional development as the Jackson Archive. It is my opinion that the Don Jackson Archive is the most important systemic resource in the world.
I actually wound up doing my dissertation on information that I found in the archive that was located nowhere else on the planet. And that's the transcripts of the Bates and research team dialogues held in the 50s in California. I went on with Wendel to present that information, the findings of my dissertation, or the study that I did, at the Sorbonne in Paris. This is information that is globally of interest, not just here in Monroe, but we happen to have it here in Monroe, which is just amazing.
The family is a natural unit in our culture. It is a more natural unit than the one that used to be considered natural in psychiatry, namely the therapist and the patient. The patient and therapist might see each other 2 or 3 times a week, but they didn't live together, at least not most of them. The family does live together. They're constantly in a closed environment where they're exchanging behaviors and having a great impact on each other. Our feeling is that it's difficult to judge an individual unless you can really see him in the family context.
There is much yet to learn, but Dr. Jackson and his colleagues are very encouraged by the enormous advances that have been made by considering the schizophrenic as part of a family system. Studies at the Mental Research Institute are paving the way.